What is a meme-alo? What is a meme-alo? What is a meme-alo? Let me think for a second, huh? He cooks bacon naked, he just grows it all in a pan. Just a big clump, not separating. He ate it all now, the tanner's all constipated. What is a meme-alo? You likes to stroke his wood and loses his shoe like it's all good, but he don't care, cause he could give a fuck less. Bitch, he's about 4 feet tall, who the fuck he gonna impress? What is a meme-alo? She crafts candy, that shit will make you all sorts of dandy. All kinds of flavors, all kinds of treats. Ah, shit, bro, I can't feel my feet. What is a meme-alo? A fucking idiot. He'll introduce himself and ask to see your butthole. Oh! What is a meme-alo? A meme-alo, that's what it is. Well, fuck if I know. What is a meme-alo? I don't know, but if you want, they'll show you their butthole. Southwest, we meme-alos. Northeast, we meme-alos. West Coast, we meme-alos. Fucking everybody, we meme-alos. I'm that meme lord, meme-aroni. Post the fuck up or get the fuck out of here. What is a meme-alo? He makes magnets, but he don't know how they work. He don't care, he'll keep making more. Cause we all about being attention whores. What is a meme? Attention whore, whores make money. I'm gruff, motherfucker. Don't worry about my shit, just rap, motherfucker. What is a meme-alo? He's a bitch boy. He'll hold a waffle and pawn off his old toys. Walks right in the house when you're having supper. It will bang your gad and won't even wear a rubber. What is a meme-alo? Well, he ain't got money. His right hand blistered cause he got no honey. He just sits there writing this shit, twiddling his nut hair while his parents are upstairs. What is a meme-alo? He's a chef. He graduated from, well, at least he got a job, well, at least he got a, well, let's just be glad that it's coke and not nap. What is a meme-alo? He sleeps at a hotel, hangs back cause he not feeling quite well. You jack back in cause you're curious. You find that bad motherfucker watching the Fast and the Furious. I'm that meme lord, meme-aroni. Coast the fuck up, get the fuck out of here. I'm that meme lord, meme-aroni. Yeah, we figured you wouldn't understand. Detroit, meme-alo. Worcester, we meme-alo. Harrisburg, we meme-alo. Everybody, we meme-alo. What is a meme-alo? What is a meme-alo? What is a meme-alo? What is a meme-alo? What is a...
What is a meme, Lord?
Yeah!
What is a meme, Lord? He is the king, the creator, the supreme leader of the meme-alos.
What up, motherfucker?
He juggalo memes and rips at the seams, the personalities. If all who sees they laugh, they jeer, he looks on with an evil sneer. He is loved by all who follow. If you do something dumb, he will make you a meme tomorrow. Don't cry or whine, or he will destroy you with the line. He is the meme lord, the king, the creator, the leader supreme of the meme-alos. The god of juggalo memes. He's a friend to all.
What up, motherfuckers? May the 4th be with you, and also with you. How's it going, everybody? Welcome. Tonight we're going to be having Rae KB join us on the dark side. Thank you for joining us as well. We'll also be doing a giveaway. I'll be checking the chat in just a few minutes as we wait for Miss KB. But Master Yoda, I'm afraid. Hope you guys are having a good night. Star Wars. I enjoy Star Wars, but the original, the new shit, not so much. What are your thoughts? What are your favorites? Mine is probably The Return of the Jedi. Let's see. Let me just check the messages, see what's up. Uh-oh. Looks like Ray's having some technical difficulties. Shocker. We always seem to have that here down at Meme-alos. Let's see if she can figure that out. Let me just type her a message. All right. Let me check that chat. Let's see. Ooh, and then I have another surprise visitor today on May the 4th. Anyway, let's see. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I think we got her. Rae KB.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm trying to get the volume up.
Okay.
Got the humidifier going. Hang on one second. How are you this fine evening?
I am doing all right. I'm a little tired, but hanging in there. How are you?
I am one piece, which is, I think that's all I could ask for.
Do I detect a little accent?
1 second.
Oh.
1 second. I'm fixing to fight with.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Fixing to fight with the humidifier. 1 second.
You guys like my mask? I've had this forever.
Damn it.
I'm a big Yoda mark, so
There we go.
not so much the baby Yoda. He's cute and all, but I was just talking to myself and the chat. And
Gotcha.
Can you see the chat and everything?
I see you.
Okay.
I see your hat, but I do not see the chat. Look at that. May have to put that on a different screen. Oh, there it is.
Cool. Not that it matters. They just babble in there anyway, but so where are you located? Yeah.
I'm born and bred Okie from Muskogee. I was literally born there, and Merle the Hack, because he's from California. Just gonna put that out there. At this very moment in time, I'm in Oklahoma City.
Okay.
Not by my own willpower. I'm not a fan of living here, but that's another story for another day.
Yeah, no problem.
So my goal is I'm in process with Cherokee Nation to get my happy butt moved back to the eastern half. So that's what I'm doing in the meantime. That's where I belong.
Where are you trying to go east?
Well, for one thing, that would put me back on Cherokee and Creek Nation reservation boundaries. I can't access in-health out here because it's not within my tribal boundaries. I'm hoping anywhere from Muskogee up to Veneta or Miami, one of those two. Anything that puts me within 40 minutes of Tulsa. Okay. That's the end game.
Is there did you want to talk about your heritage? I find that pretty interesting. So is there anything you want to talk about that? And yeah, just in general, what's that? I don't know much about it, just what we're taught in school. So obviously.
Okay. And for anybody questioning it, this is one part bad lighting, one part my sister absorbed all the melanin before me. Okay. I realize I am deathly pale looking.
No problem.
But
I don't look that great myself.
No.
With these ears.
I was like your ears are fantastic.
Thank
Your
you.
ears are fantastic.
Thank you. Yes.
Anyway, anyhow, no, I was on reservation boundaries. I'm not sure how to really talk about it. I'm so used to it
Yeah.
because you folks who live up in cities or talk about, well, an example, the juggalo culture of Detroit
Yeah.
or Northeast, wherever, it's commonplace for you. Well, down here, a lot of us are mixed mutts. So it's hard to give a description because everybody already knows it. Yes, the long rundown will be this. I'm one of those Trail of Tears Cherokees. Obviously, I'm not 200 something years old, but that's where a good chunk of my family came in. My granny Cynthia was born in Indian Territory when it was still Indian Territory. And one day along the line comes my mother, and she married herself a little Ozark white boy, and he passed on his Irish to me. So I'm kind of pasty.
So
Oh,
the word Indian doesn't bother you?
it doesn't bother me. That's kind of a touchy subject within the communities, and I understand. That a lot of, well, what we call the cousins. We are one people under the nation. We're just spread out.
Right.
The Dene, the Ottawa, the Seminole, the Blackfoot. We are all one nation under the sun, but things affect differently. And frankly, down here in Oklahoma, our reservations, the way they're run down here, we are more or less the spoiled cousins of the bunch, because reservation life out in New Mexico and Arizona are just it's horrible, because a lot of them have no access to fresh water, medical services. They're very isolated, and they've experienced prejudice and racism in a different way than what I may have, or somebody who grew up First Nations in Canada. My God, that's whole other basket of apples to rant about right there. But bring it back around, what is offensive for some, it does not bother me, because my grandma, first of all, she had 9 kids, so she's got to be tough as leather in the first place, because she didn't kill my grandpa for knocking her up 9 times. But she taught me probably every racist slur related to natives that I've ever known. She taught them all to me, because she said, if you go into it prepared, they can't hurt you. They can't hurt you if you know what you're going up against. And again, touchy stick, and it's different for everyone. So I'm not going to say that this is the same as other racial slurs for other groups. I don't speak for them. I'm not them. But for me, yeah, we don't like it when people might say something like Cleveland Indians, blah, 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 all that bullshit. We like to make a joke out of it. I do find it hilarious when, and y'all please forgive me for this, I'm not trying to pull politics, but when white liberals try to say, you need to that Wahoo board, that's offensive. Bullshit. Most of us have a Wahoo board. We make fun of it. And if we see something like a cigar store statue of some chief, we'll be like, hey, is that your uncle? Is that your grandpa over there? Was that your snag from the last powwow?
That was going to be one of my questions. Does like the sports teams, like the Redskins, does that offend? Because I've heard like a lot of them support it. Like they're not that offended.
Again, it's
person to person.
It's person to person, group to group, and their experiences. I mean, right now up at Standing Rock, there's been some more people come up missing, and I can see where up there that would be an active threat. Again, biggest disclaimer, not precisely one and the same, but this goes back to sorted topic of the N-word. Originally in the beginning, people of our subcultures, particularly the ones from around Detroit, they would throw it around in their music. I'm not saying it was right, But that's just what everybody called each other. Because people like to bring that up with Twisted, ICB, Blaze, all their old stuff. They'd throw it around, but it was with the GA type. That's going to take on a completely different meaning if you're somewhere like Alabama or hell, even parts of eastern Oklahoma, where in Harrison, Arkansas, which just putting it out there, is about an hour from where this year's gathering is. Down here, the people who like to wear the white sheets they're still lurking around, and see where that can take a more ugly and fearful connotation. So, and I completely off the record did not suggest that we have a fuck your rebel flag adventure for the gathering this year, just because it's 1 hour away from where the freaking Grand Wizard, Grand Dragon, Grand Whitey, whatever the fuck wants to call himself, just an hour from the gathering.
You're going to cause a little Juggalo march over there. They're going to be like,
no,
get those motherfuckers.
No, I totally would never, ever plant or incite the idea of taking down a bunch of inbred, mouth-breathing, hateful, waving stars and bars fucks to the ground, one flaming Molotov cocktail made of moonshine and Faygo at a time. I would never make such a suggestion.
Never.
On my word, as a preacher's kid, I never.
So how did you with all the reservation and stuff, how did you discover ICP? What's that like?
Well, again, can't speak for experience of the reservations of other states,
right?
Like the North Plains. One of my favorite graphic arts people, Mr. Chesty Scrub Strong, I believe he won the Artist of the Year at the gathering this year. I have so much of his stuff. He's also in charge of one of my official designs for my merch. He's up on, Bois Forte Chippewa Plantation. God damn it. You've still got Burning Racist stuck in my mind for now. Anyway, Burning. I'm sorry, my phone is going off.
That's all right.
I apologize.
That's okay.
No, when I'm trying to do something, I don't like my phone going. It's like it's not a vibrator; it's a phone.
Whoa.
Anyhow, Bois Forte Chippewa Reservation. He's going to come into it different than I would. Oklahoma, when you come to Eastern Oklahoma, it doesn't look like the way you'd imagine. If you've ever seen the show Reservation Dogs, that kind of encapsulates it. We don't all live in longhouses. We do still hunt deer. If somebody's starting some kind of battle in the parking lot, I guarantee you it's not over, burning wagons or nothing, unless we're in the mood for it. It's usually because somebody grandma badmouths somebody's auntie and there's just throwing fists, Oklahoma is an odd little conglomeration because we got so much here. This was Indian territory. This is where a lot of us got forced. There were already pre-existing Plains tribes here and just all smushed into one location. So what do you do? We had to acclimate. My great-grandmother, Cynthia, was a survivor. Excuse me. Oh, God, carbonation. She was a survivor of one of the boarding schools. And unfortunately, it's acclimate or survive. And with that came, as a lot of people may know, down here, this is the buckle of the Bible Belt. We got those obnoxiously large praying hands at ORU in Tulsa, things like that. And I say all that to say, with the mission work and the land run and the Indian Removal Act, you get quite the blend down here. That's why the quickest way to start an argument here is Oklahoma the Midwest or the South? Well, we're none of the above. We're South, Midwest. And with that comes connections from everywhere else. And we have more surprising cultural adjustments than people would know. Like Oklahoma City, we received a substantial degree of folks from over in Cambodia, Vietnam, Thailand during the Khmer Rouge regimes in the 70s. So you come to Oklahoma City, massive Southeast Asian population, but you generally don't associate that with this flat space that is known for, Sooners and whatever dumb thing Kevin Stitt has said this week. Anyhow, rabbit trailing, apologies. Did not get diagnosed for ADHD till I was 37. How'd I get in with juggalos? Okay, say all this. Muskogee, Oklahoma, USA, like in the song Okie from Muskogee, is a lot more urbanized than quite a few surrounding areas. Also with that, ridiculous divorce rates down here. I say this myself. I'm a 3-time champion of that old divorce certificate. Go me, going for that. If I get that 5th divorce, I get that free Sunday from Brahms and a jacket, Got to go for the gold. Can't be outdone. Yeah, that's my purpose in life. But wait, what was that? Yes, that I have to agree with Mr. Swills here. We do have a state boner. The Panhandle is a damn state boner. But also you could look at it as we look like a giant meat cutter. And we have a town called Slaughterville. Just going to put that out there too. Anyhow, I was introduced to it, as most good stories begin, by my cousin. His daddy lived way up in Missouri, kind of up in that far northeast area, closer to St. Louis, kind of in there. So this is middle of nowhere, Muskogee. He goes up there to see his dad. He comes back. This would have been 96, I think, 96, 97. He brought this cassette tape with him that said Carnival of Carnage. I'm interested. Go on. Played it on the little beat up radio we had to listen to. And being this isolated preacher's kid in this tiny little town of 3,000 people with Pentecostal parents, like any good preacher's kid, I naturally was drawn to it and said, show me more. But we didn't have access to that just yet. But I followed it. We didn't have internet until I was in high school, which was 2000, 2001. So I didn't have the benefit of going online and reading. I was not allowed to drive to the next town over. That was not allowed. I could drive in town and to school or to church. That was it. So again, like most kids raised evangelical, I learned to be sneaky. And we always had a plug, whereas more exciting event folks have a plug for other things. Mine was being able to watch bootleg tapes, listen to bootleg cassettes, things of that nature at my friend's house, which is why a very momentous occasion in the year 2000, the stepbrother of my best friend brought over a VHS copy of Big Money Hustlers. I took one look at Big Stain and just fell head over heels in love with him. Because Jamie Madrox at that time bore a very strong physical semblance to this gentleman that was working at the Easy Mart at that time. Fortunately, while that guy was 23 years old and I was 15, he was not creepy about it. And he just politely let me know that, no, sorry, I'm not into jailbait. But anyhow, yeah. I will always have to say good things about him.
Yeah.
Anyhow, yeah, I saw Big Money Hustlers. I was fully sold by that point. And so then it became, okay, I'm 16. I was going to ask my parents to drive me to Tulsa, the big city. I was going to ask them to drive me to Tulsa for my 16th birthday because I wanted to slip around to Sam Goody because they had Sam Goody up there, buy me a few things or hit up some thrift stores. Yeah, so my 16th birthday it was a particular Tuesday in September in 2001. Yeah. So suffice to say, we didn't make any Tulsa trip that day. Doing the math there.
Yeah, I got it. We figured out your age.
Yeah, I am 40.
Yeah.
I'm 40, and yeah, sweet 16 to me. Entire nation implodes, and next thing I know, all of my friends and cousins are going off to Iraq. say that I lost focus for a bit was there, but again, angsty teenage years, slipping around, I started finding Riddle Box. That immediately became my favorite, most tasteless. The stuff just starts adding up. Since it's Muskogee, where it's largely yeehaw, those of us who are in the Juggalo subculture, there was an overlap between Juggalos, the Goths, and your Ren Fair nerds. The Venn diagram is one big damn circle. Okay.
What was the last one? The what?
Ren Fair nerds.
Hello, like what's that? What's Ren Fair? Is that like
Renaissance fairs?
oh, Renaissance? Okay, like Harry Potter shit and like wizards.
No.
Oh, yeah, yeah, like knights and stuff. Yeah.
More King Arthur,
Yeah, King Arthur,
Queen
yeah.
Elizabeth, the Tudor period. Lots of Robin Hood
Ren Fair,
anachronism.
I've never heard it shortened. Wow, I feel dumb. Anyway, continue. Yes, my lady, continue.
Oh my God. For the record, when I worked at the Reynolds Festival in Muskogee, I was the belly dancer for the first few years, took a brief break, came back, and I was a lady of the Scarlet Pillow. You can probably guess what our profession was. So there was nothing ladylike about it.
So you're a belly dancer.
Yes, I am. Yes.
Do you do that regularly, or is that just a once in a while thing? Or
I do when I can now. In 2010, easy date to remember, 10/10 of 10. Condensed version is this. I fell in a rappelling accident, broke my back, my shoulder, sustained a traumatic burn injury, broke open my skull, completely crushed my eardrum on this side. So it was a while before I got back to belly dancing. I had about 2 years there where I just could not, because it hurt far too much. And there were so many things that I'd forgotten in that process. But I do it now for fun. Between that time frame, now some things changed. Namely, I had twins.
oh,
And when you become a parent, that throws multiple curveballs at your world. It wasn't a body shame thing. I mean, hell, yeah, I had them via emergency C-section, but I'm kind of proud of my scar. I just look at it as, hey, I got my own Ziploc right here. If I can take tips with a credit card, there's swipe, just right there. Get it right there. Just Oklahoma City's belly dance scene is more classical Egyptian and cabaret focused, whereas Tulsa, Northwest Arkansas, Missouri, that's more tribal fusion, hippy dippy, a lot more tribal influence there. So that's part of why I enjoy doing that more. I respect the way they do Egyptian and cabaret style, but that's completely different. Tiny little isolations, different costuming. And the good news in all of this is my very wonderful producer, Mr. DJ Stavros Rivera of 80 Generations, he has said that it is perfectly fine if I want to integrate elements of that into any stage performances. So I am thankful that he's encouraging that again, because I have atrocious levels of stage fright.
so how did you even get in? How does one get even into like the belly dancing scene?
You just do.
Well, no, I mean, did you like go to like a show and be like, oh, I want to do that, or did you see it on TV and be like, that looked fun, or did you know a friend, or?
Well, again, like with a lot of things, I've got 3 screens going here. I'm trying to read chat and look at all this. So I'm raised in a Pentecostalism setting where you can't even show your shoulders because that's filthy.
Okay.
Boys and girls can't swim together, and you have to wear a swimsuit while you're swimming. So that seemed very taboo to me. But I was a little kid. I saw some belly dancers, as they like to call them, and I can't remember what James Bond it was. Maybe Casino. I don't know. One of those in there. I remember seeing her and thinking she was gorgeous. Then I saw a Dream of Jeannie and thought she was beautiful. I saw this Jasmine in Aladdin, and I saw the Harem Girls, and of course that became my little fixation. I thought they were gorgeous. And when I was finally 18, out of the house on my own, moved up to Tulsa, and there was a dance studio, and I happened to know one of the ladies that danced there. So she pulled me in, and I've been hooked ever since. So when I moved to Oklahoma City at the end of 2008, I was teaching in Mustang at a health spa for a while, not for performance value, but just for exercise for a bunch of ladies that didn't feel like driving into the city. So, yeah, that's more or less it.
Okay. Are you, since you're pretty close to the gathering, are you going to be going?
That's my goal.
Okay.
That is my goal. It's in August, but my only gripe with the gathering is they always have it the week that my kids' school starts. And I'm not going to miss their first day of school. I'm sorry. Until they become teenagers and are going, Mom, I need you to park 20 feet away from me.
Right.
Don't look at you. Which that day, I'm aware of that. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep going to their first day of school. But the goal is, fingers and toes crossed, if I end up getting to move back to the Northeast and all things fall into place, I'll get to take them their first day of school, and then I get to catch the next day or two at the gathering, because then I will only be an hour and a half from it. So yes, I want to go. Plus, everybody griping about the flooding. Y'all, Missouri is pretty. It really is. At least this part is. It's the Ozarks. It's nice and quiet, cut off from everything. If you can get past all of the various Branson tours, which, you talked about leading some kind of Juggalo march down in Harrison. That will be fun. Juggalos lay siege to Branson. Basically Vegas for evangelicals. I'm just saying.
Do you have any, since you're around that area, do you have any like suggestions or any tips or anything, pros, cons about the area for us coming in August?
There's going to be Trump signs everywhere, so just get used to that right away. I'm not talking little, I'm talking whole damn billboards. But the little cutout posters at every gas station make for some very fun photo opportunities, and I'll just leave it at that. Recommendations: don't go to anything that's super touristy, because they're all the same. They all have the same bland flower on flower action. Just no. My personal recommendation is, if it looks like a little ratty hole in the wall, go to that one. If your waitress is missing teeth and smells of cigarette smoke, eat there, because that's going to be the best you ever had. If you go into a barbecue place and there's a one-eyed guy who kind of looks like Uncle Ruckus back there cutting your meat, that's going to be the best barbecue you ever had. Okay, just stay away from tourist traps. If it is a taco truck that has a wheel falling off and somebody's little 2-foot tall abuelita back there popping things up, making arepa con queso and tacos, things like, you won't eat there. Do not go to the fancy ones. Don't go anywhere, because there's a bunch of tourist stuff in that part of Missouri, not just Branson, but like all through there, all the offshoots. Don't eat there. Go to the good ones. Ice packs and cooling packs. We got humidity down here, okay? But it's a different kind of heat, because at least up there in, Ohio and Illinois, there's a segue of a better breeze, because you got at least the Great Lakes nearby to brush some wind out there. That ain't going to happen in Missouri. That's not going to happen. So go to Walmart, go to dollar store, go to your local one-armed veteran running a oh shit, everything's going to implode supply store, and stock up on frozen cooling packs. Wear them under your clothes, wear them under your hats. If you have to, if you got a banana hammock going on, cram it in the banana hammock, because cooling points in the human body to avoid heat exhaustion is going to be wrists, it's going to be your groin, soles of your feet, and behind your ears. It's humid. There's nowhere for that water to go. So just keep that coolness on you. I recommend that. Oh, and do not set your tents up next to any heavy piles of rock, because we got centipedes that are about that freaking long here and not all friendly. So, yeah. Bring black pepper, bring moose. Put it out. They hate that.
One one guy, Lewis Ogre, he was talking about watch out for high grass down by down by the shore for like chiggers and stuff like that.
Yes. God damn. Yes. Those fucking chiggers. Well, seriously, at least with a tick, you can reach in and just pull that sucker off. But chiggers, oh, chiggers are like walking through Los Angeles and all the Scientologists on the streetways converge on you. You just can't seem to get rid of them. That's how chiggers are, but they get up under your skin. They are just the militant, angry cousins of ticks. So yeah, stay out of high grass and be careful near the creek banks. Not the actual creeks, but parts of the creek banks, because that's where the leeches also like to hang out. Most of your water snakes down here are going to be fine. But if you see one that's got the slightly diamond-shaped head and it's going towards you, that's a water moccasin. Get the fuck away from that. You have my permission on my land to kill those things. Those things are jerks.
Isn't there a couple other venomous snakes?
Yeah, but they don't tend to gravitate towards human gatherings. There's always something happening.
What about juggalo gatherings?
Juggalos aren't human. You know this, and I know this. Okay. I think the snake feel welcomed. I think they would feel being around some colorful people that don't have, 9 cans of hairspray and some Joel Osteen teeth going on. I think they'd like that change of pace.
Don't fuck with the snakes.
Yeah, don't fuck with the snakes. Don't fuck with the snakes, not with the chiggers. You can mess with locals a little bit to an extent because they all love Fago too, believe it or not. There's an abundance of Fago in that part of Missouri and Arkansas.
Really?
You wouldn't expect it, but it is. It's there.
That's good to know.
Yeah. Because apparently Coke or Pepsi or whoever is now seen as too liberal. So.
Do you call it pop or soda?
It's pop here.
But is that what you call it?
Yes, it is. It's pop. It's pop. I'm sorry, y'all, but it's called pop. We're down here, it's pop. Or you can ask for a Coke. And when they say what kind, then you name your favorite flavor. Like, I'll have a Coke. What kind? Fago Moon Mist.
I'll have a Pepsi Pop. Give me some of them Pepsi Pop. Oh.
Okay, that's to North Carolina right there.
I say soda because it's fucking soda.
Yeah, all right, Yankee. All right.
No, it's okay. Have you been to a gathering before?
No, I have not.
Okay.
I have never been able to afford to go. And I almost lost a job in let me see, the stretch of years I was working at a Catholic hospital. I almost got fired because of my little hatchet man that I had hanging up in my car. Those fun peak FBI years.
Have you been to a show?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Those I've been several to. I sort of lopsidedly met ICP in 2007. And by that, I mean, I took one look at them and choked and ran to the other room because of just the anxiety of meeting my heroes. I was working at a rock radio station for my Okies. It was 104.5 The Edge. Some of y'all might remember it in the olden times when they didn't play all the hipster they play now. This used to be the dark rock station. This is where you heard Marilyn Manson and Mudvayne, if you can call that dark. But they also had no shame promoting ICP on there because there's such a big gap. No pun intended, no gathering down here. They were passing through. This would have been around Halloween, I think, somewhere in that stretch. I want to say it was October. They weren't playing Diamond Ballroom in Oklahoma City. They were somewhere in Tulsa. They stopped by the radio station. This whole lineup comes in. I immediately just run off and hide. I was a chicken. I'll admit it. I was just a big pussy. I was terrified to say hi to them. I've spent so much of my life getting, bullied, berated, shit thrown at me. I couldn't stand the thought of meeting my heroes and then making a complete ass of myself, which I still managed to do many years later when I finally nutted up and got a VIP pass to meet ICP. My voice jumped about 15 octaves and I sounded like a brain damaged 13-year-old going through puberty, but they were very kind, very gracious to me for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was nervous as hell, and I told him where I was from, and Violent J turns to me and he's like, "Hey man, we're friends, right?" And I was like, "Well, I hope so." And he's like, "Man, Maine." He's like, "Maine fucking sucks," and he starts shitting on Maine where I live, and it was funny. But yeah, they were wicked cool, and but I was a little nervous, so because I've always that was on my bucket list to meet him, and I was really happy to do so. So, but yeah, you got to definitely go to the gathering. I don't know how it's going to be like because obviously we haven't been to this new spot, but it's a good time overall.
Well, it's kind of a home court advantage because I know a good chunk of our community for this side of the state, this part of the country. I know a lot of people. And these are the same people that over the span of 26 years have never tried to have me in any degree of forced compliance. They have never, even when I've been at my worst, they still accepted me and never tried to change me. And that's when I finally just had a bad case of the fuck it all and said, nope, my kids have survived. I've survived. I've survived divorces. I've survived domestic violence. I've survived trying to end my own life. So fuck it all. I'm just going to do what I want. And then I turned 40. I got to turn 40 at an ICP concert last fall and drowned in Fago with surrounded by friends. And I've missed out on quite a bit of my own doing. So just struggling with depression and self-harm and agoraphobia, and that fear of leaving the house because everything's going to collapse. That only amplified in 2018 when my first child passed. And then 2019, I was going to go to the gathering and I found out I was pregnant with twins. So that kind of changed things. And then 2020 happened. I've always been working 2 or 3 jobs at a time. And I've just worn myself out and worn myself out. And sometimes you have to pause and say, who am I doing this for? My kids will be fine. Their father and I are divorced, but he's got them very well taken care of for a financial future. And what I have and I can contribute through the tribe, I will. What am I doing to please everybody else? I've wasted so much of my life. And when I jumped back in both feet, all these people who'd always been there for me were still there. So, yeah. That's why I want to go to the gathering. It's a family reunion.
Yep, definitely.
It's literally one of my family reunions because we back up a truck to the gravesite at every family funeral, and one of my many cousins has moonshine in the back of their truck. So I'm not kidding when I say family reunion, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yep. No, I can't wait. Gonna see a bunch of people, bunch of Meme-alos. So it will be a good time. We'll have to all meet up and have a little celebration or something. But since we're having May the 4th be with you, I thought I'd introduce a little friend to the chat. I've had this bad boy since I was 19 years old. I got it in a head shop in Boothbay Harbor, Maine. Yeah, Bob. And this is Smoky Woo. So in honor of May the 4th, we will do a Yoda bong hit again for those that missed it. Cheers.
Cheers. Hey. Sucking that sucker dry like you're kick starting a motorcycle there, Hoss.
Welcome, Jenna Jameson. Woohoo. So didn't you say you wanted to talk about some things, some personal stuff as far as like your what did you, besides belly dancing, there was something else. Your where was it? I thought there was something you wanted to promote. Was there something?
I'm going to absolutely promote the heck out of the folks that I'm on a label with, 80 Generations. One in particular, Tim, has been working on a sobriety focused art form. He's been releasing albums called the Amethyst Project. Stavros, I've been getting to know. He came in at a time period where I was dealing with some unscrupulous producers. And he has been an encouragement. That entire group has been lovely. And he's been finding his way into all this. And he has never once tried to make me say, you have to dress this certain way. You have to do X, Y, Z. No, he sticks true to what we do here. I'm going to be performing All Fingers and Toes and Appendages Crossed in July at the Blackout the Midwest tour in Ohio and Michigan. And then as far as I know, I've popped up to be performing, and this is going to go any number of directions in the chat when I mention it. I'm going to be Razor Lily, rather, my stage name, I should say. Razor Lily Roulette is going to be performing at Hog Daddy Timber. So I know that's a very heated topic right now with a lot of people. I respect that. I understand why. My thing that, and I realize I could be walking right into a hornet's nest, but I can't stand division. I can't. And without pointing fingers, without bringing up things that we've conversed and argued with in paragraph length. And again, this has nothing to do with the blocking of people, all that mess. Again, I'm not going to touch that. Ain't going to touch that. I do like it that there seems to be a general vibe of trying to bring back youth. I can't fix it. No one person can, but the whole fucking world is just one series of napalm explosions after the other right now. And if there's some shred of a chance in all this mess that we can get some unity back in our community again, enough of this side versus this side versus, if there's any shred of hope for that, I want to engage it and be part of it.
So how did you get involved with Hog? Did they approach you, or did you?
They approached my producer.
Okay.
Yes, they approached DJ Stavros. He is the one that's in charge of all the marketing. He's a better orator than I am by and large. He's an extrovert. He's not as profound at putting his foot in his mouth like I am. I'm kind of the queen of getting my foot stuck in my mouth and saying the wrong thing at the wrong moment.
So what was your set look like? Like how long do you have, and do you know what night you're going on, or you know any details?
I do know what night. I am on day 3 on the Outcast stage.
Okay.
Yep, day 3 Outcast stage at Razor Lily and Rae are two very different people, just like with the actual Violent J and the Joe Bruce. Those are different people. Mm-hmm. As with any stage persona. A lot of my music comes from aspect of religious trauma. It comes from experiences of loss. It comes from anger. It comes from growing up in poverty. It comes from experiences of prejudice, of my own mental health battles. I was in the hospital last October for trying to end my life due to a bad med interaction. And the whole time I was in there, there's nothing you can do. They sit you in a day room and tell you to watch TV or write. And it's like, if you weren't crazy when you went in there, you want to be even more crazy when you get out. It's a very stark contrast from my experience in 2015. I went through another very dark period of my life. So I just started writing everything down. I've written songs based on that from what I observed. And early last year, I was laid off from my position state after nearly a decade of service. And that, of course, was a kick in the nuts, because the job market is not great down here, and everything from Dollar General to hospitals to the top are all claiming they're hiring. And I know I'm not alone in this. There's folks that are applying, and they might interview once, but then you never get a call back. And you're looking at your history going, I have nothing here. There's no logical reason for why there's this onslaught of rejection, So that's got to me. And like a lot of people in this position, I've done things like cleaning houses. I give massages, just massages.
No happy ending.
No, no, absolutely not. And, car detailing, dog sitting, and again, the old fallback for those of us who've been in urban areas, giving plasma. And one day I was feeling particularly down. I was sitting there in the plasma clinic place, I'm writing, waiting to be called, standing in line. And a thought hit me of, this is just 2 degrees off from becoming Soylent Green. Because consider the situation of all of us that are in here. None of us woke up one day and said, hey, I think I want to give bodily fluids for $70 and be exhausted for 3 days and blah, 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 blah. Hey, I want to go in for this medical screening for 2 hours only for them to say, well, you're on a certain kind of antidepressant, so we can't take you today. It's literally financially challenged people or impoverished people like myself who are giving their body, their blood, their DNA, their whatever they have, they're using their body as currency that's supposedly used to make these medications that are selling for billions of dollars, but you get $75 a week for it. It's like, this is, I mean, it's always been there. It's always been there. It just has a different face. And that inspired one of my songs, Unit. And it starts with that, and who knows what would come next. It's like, do you start selling fingers, organs,
What style is the music?
It is a combination of rap style that I have written over the course of 22 years, but never been brave enough to. Anyone who saw me in the past up at Lot 6 in Tulsa can to the fact that I completely pussied out and choked. There's a lot of anger. There's a lot of rap style. There's a lot of hip hop. I have heavy tribal influence from groups like the Hallucination, like Snot-Nosed Reds, and of course our guy ABK. He's officially an now. He's an elder in the community now. I've got that influence. I have some singing aspects to it, some vocal inflections that follows more melodic storytelling. So a little bit of this and that. And for me personally, I have also integrated a couple that get back to that old school kind of campy horrorcore, because in a lot of ways, I feel we've lost that in recent years. Serious messages have need to be told, and I agree with that, and I appreciate that, but I also miss the kind of goofy, campy feel that we had with the 6 Joker's cards and everything released at that time period. I think that's one reason why I appreciate folks like Clockwork E, because they have that just
Yeah, they're fun.
they have that absurdity.
They're fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can people look you up as far as like on YouTube or Facebook, like your music, or are you just?
Right now, I keep a lot of stuff under lock and key until Stars wants me to release it.
Okay.
Because I will admit I am a painfully type A perfectionist. We are our own worst critics, and every time I try to record something, I'll get it recorded and re-listen to it, and I hate it. So he's easing me through that. I will have more of it posted soon. I will have more of my YouTube channel posted soon. I do have an active Facebook page, Razor Lily Official. Also have a TikTok and an Instagram as well. Those are ones that you're more likely to see me doing live belly dance clips on in the meantime.
Okay. Cool. Razorly.
Yep.
Is that spelled just is that spelled just like it should be, or is it spelled differently?
Yeah, it's spelled how it should be. Just roulette is spelled R-U, the capital L-E-T-T-E.
Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Is there anything else you want to talk about? We're about to spin the rigged wheel.
I am reading the comments, and it is cracking me up.
Yeah, they're jerks.
No, just some in particular jumping out at me like I have a hole in the ground under a tree, and that's just going to have rattling bogs stuck in my head the rest of the night. So thank you, infected cult crew. Thank you.
I'm not sure. Yeah, this is who I have. I'm not sure who some of the names were, but I have from who I saw. I gotta check Facebook real quick, but I have Chaz, Allie, Brian, Abby, Raggedy, Lenny, Marcus, April, Aaron, Rashonda, Swill, Kayla, Hoover, Megs, Tara, Gary, Chris, Pixie, Brett, Ray, Heather, and Gold. So
I know quite a few of these folks right off the top of my head. I know who 7355 is. I recognize that. That's also one of my odd little goals for the year is there is an abandoned, and if I'm lying, I'm dying. Google it if you want. There is an abandoned mental hospital for the criminally violent and criminally insane up near Veneta. It used to be called Eastern State Hospital. I got a connection who lives right across the road from that. So now it's my goal that once I get some more songs out there in listeners level, I could somehow convince the state of Oklahoma to let me film something in there because it's creepy as hell. It's wonderful.
Sorry, I'm just checking Facebook right now to see if I missed anybody.
It's all rigged. Do we get to see Swill's butthole? Yes, we do.
All right. So I've found, let's see, Queen, Kirk, and Tim Franklin in Facebook. Let's see. All right. So what we're going to do tonight for the giveaway, actually, I wanted to show a couple things. So I appreciate you joining. For those that missed it, we have shirts available now, and we have a bunch of different colors. We can do any color, any sizes. We have all sorts of fun shit. Pink. We have some ready to go. Some I have some shirts on the way. I can always order more. So we have orange, friggin' yellow. So let me know. I can do hoodies now. So if you want a hoodie.
We need booty shorts.
Ooh, booty shorts. I'll have to model those.
Every merch post I see, I always see a demand for booty shorts, and I'm one of those people. Also, y'all kept asking for a refrigerator, so here's my creepy basement fridge right there.
That's old. That looks old school.
It is very old. Yes. But it's Oklahoma. If you don't got a root cellar or a hidey hole, you got to have a basement because we got tornadoes.
So whoever wins this, I'm not sure what the prize will be. I'll put something together. Send me your address if I don't already have it. But we're going to get going. Thank you, Rae KB, for joining. I appreciate it. Hopefully we'll see you at the gathering.
Yes.
Definitely come back. Definitely come back anytime. We enjoy having you as part of the group. But if anybody wants to come on for next Monday, the 11th, let me know. If you want to give something, contribute to a future giveaway, let me know. But right now, we're going to spin the wheel. And that's all for tonight, everybody. Thank you for joining. We had around 20 people in the chat. But good luck, everybody. I will hit up the winner. And that winner is... No way. Lenny. He just won the other night. Lenny, back-to-back wins. Congratulations, sir. I already fucking forgot what I sent you. I'll think of something else to send you. Congratulations, homie. We appreciate it. But thanks again, Rae. It's a good chat. And until next time, everybody.